Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and a vast river, there lived a boy named Kofi. Born to a poor family, Kofi was seen as different from the others. He had a limp from an illness as a child and a quiet demeanor that made him a target for teasing. The villagers avoided him, calling him Kofi the limp behind his back. His classmates mocked his ideas, and even the elders dismissed his presence as insignificant. Kofi spent most of his time alone, often by the river bank, observing the flowing water and sketching pictures in the sand. He found solace in nature and dreamed of a day when he could prove his worth to the village. One fateful year, the rain stopped falling. The river began to dry up, the crops withered, and the livestock perished. The village was gripped by despair as hunger and thirst became their daily reality. The village elders gathered to consult the sacred scrolls, searching for a solution. According to legend, deep within the forest lay the well of life, a magical spring that could replenish the village's water supply. But the forest was treacherous, filled with wild beasts, poisonous plants, and an eerie legend of a guardian spirit that tested the hearts of travelers. The strongest and bravest men in the village volunteered to seek the well, but one by one they returned defeated, their spirits broken by the forest's trials. Kofi watched from the sidelines as the villagers grew more desperate. He knew he had no physical strength to match the others, but he believed his patience and observations of nature could guide him. Gathering his courage, Kofi approached the elders. "I want to try," he said, his voice steady despite the murmurs of disbelief around him. "You?" one elder scoffed. "You can barely walk. How do you expect to survive the forest?" "I may not be strong, but I've learned to see what others overlook," Kofi replied. The elders reluctantly agreed, thinking it was a futile attempt. Kofi entered the dense forest, his heart pounding but his resolve unshaken. He carefully studied the paths, noticing faint animal trails and avoiding dangerous plants. His knowledge of the riverbanks helped him locate hidden water sources to sustain himself. One night, as he rested beneath a tree, he encountered the fabled guardian spirit, a majestic figure cloaked in shimmering light. The spirit's voice was calm but commanding. "Why do you seek the well of life?" Kofi replied, "Not for myself, but for my village. They may not value me, but I value them. If I can help, I must try." The spirit, sensing Kofi's sincerity, set a test. "To find the well, you must answer this riddle. What flows endlessly yet always returns to its source?" Kofi pondered deeply, recalling his countless hours by the riverbank. He smiled and answered, "It is the water. It flows, evaporates, and returns as rain." The spirit nodded, impressed. "Your humility and wisdom have earned you the right to proceed." Guided by the spirit, Kofi found the well of life. He filled his clay jar and carefully made his way back to the village. When the villagers saw him approaching with water in hand, their disbelief turned to amazement. Kofi shared the water with everyone, and soon the village began to recover. The rains eventually returned, and the crops flourished again. The villagers now saw Kofi in a new light. No longer an outcast, he was celebrated as a hero. They realized that strength wasn't just in muscles, but in courage, wisdom, and a willingness to act for the greater good. From that day on, Kofi became a respected figure in the village, teaching others the value of observation, patience, and kindness. True strength lies not in physical power, but in wisdom, determination, and a kind heart. Never underestimate those who seem different. They may hold the key to saving the day.